Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wait For Me. Right over
Hello.
you see Stompsy. And I'm Wendell, if you can't tell. And this is Wait For Me. I guess this is our way of talking about some of our own health issues and our own attempts to get healthy, lose weight, and share that story with you guys, and hopefully get you motivated to keep going too. Anything to add to that?
No, that's exactly what we want this to be, is a documentation of our own journeys on top of being able to hopefully spread, whatever motivation that we have for ourselves, spread and see if we can maybe grab somebody else up in and just make them run with us.
Hopefully, that's the goal. And if we can, one person, actually, you've already got that person, Stopsy, because I started today, and it's because of you. So you've already got your one person.
That's awesome.
And if I can get one person myself, then I think we all win, right?
That makes this entire show worth it if we can even help one person. And even if that one person, like I say, even if it's you, then the show is worth it.
Well, I hope so. All right. Now, before we get too far into discussions, I want to throw out the disclaimer. We're not medical professionals. We're not doctors. We're not nutritionists, dietitians, or anything. So we're going to be talking about a bunch of different types of dieting. We're going to be talking about a lot about Stompsy tonight because he has had an amazing journey. He's got an amazing story, and I want to talk about what he's done. But over the course of this show, we'll talk about a lot of different options, a lot of different diets and activities. Hopefully, maybe we'll get some nutritionists or maybe some professionals on here too. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But also, we want to get your stories up too. We want to hear about your stories in the chat. Talk about whatever you want to do. We'll try to get you on the air too. That's the goal. All right. So
that could be interesting.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. We'll see. I'm just coming off that 24-hour cast, so I didn't get as much set up as I'd like, and my original idea didn't pan out, so I've got to reconfigure how to get somebody live calling.
You can teach me something about that because I haven't messed with that at all either. Usually it's just me.
Yeah. Well, hey, it's a journey of learning. Vanquish, I did not stay at the Holiday Inn Express last night. I apologize. No, I did not. All right, so Stompsy.
We'll leave the light on for you. Wait, or is that a different one?
I think that's Motel 6.
All right. We're talking about hotels. That's all that matters.
All right, so Stompsy. Where do you want to start? Because I really want to talk about where you were at and where you are now. So where do you want to start?
Well, the obvious answer is going to be at the beginning, right?
Okay. So when did you start?
When did I start deciding to drop weight again, or just when did I gain weight? When did I start what?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, I guess what made you decide this last time to finally get started? Because I'm assuming this is the biggest drop in weight you've had your entire life.
It's close. I've actually done this one other time, unfortunately, but for all the wrong reasons. And I put every single pound back plus more. And I want to say I lost 114 pounds that time. And as of this morning, I'm at 111. So I'm right there again. So, and in a week or two, it'll be the biggest drop. I know it's not good for my body dropping that much weight and gaining it back, but we all make mistakes. But yeah, this is essentially one of the biggest drops. We can call it that next week or so.
All right. So now you've done you're down 111 pounds in 19 or 20 weeks.
It's a little bit misleading because when I make my YouTube videos every week, I'm going off of how long I've been on the keto diet. So I just finished up week 19. Now, just to give a little bit of history as far as weight numbers, the highest I've ever been, and this is embarrassing, I was on unemployment for a couple of months. This was right when Warlords of Draenor came out, so I was on unemployment, and I was at my computer for a good 16 hours a day, even though that expansion ultimately ended up being terrible. I topped out at like 440 pounds sitting on. I'm sad that I never took any pictures of the scale or anything when I was up that high, but I was definitely up that high. I've got like a picture or two to prove it, but 440 is where I topped out at. And then, you know, I got a job. I started working again. I was on my feet, and then I just kind of fluctuate. Like in the winter months, I'll tip back up over 400, and then the summer months I'll kind of drop down to like 380, 390, and then the winter I'll go back up. But when I started this particular diet, the keto diet, the one that I'm on right now, I want to say I was at like actually I'm looking because I have everything written in this little notebook here. 406 is what I was at when I started keto. And I actually dieted a week or two before that. I'm just going to make something up here. I think I was at around 415 when I started. So I was already like 25 down. So I would say like 90 pounds of what I've lost has been in the last 20 weeks. More or less.
Still, that is bloody amazing.
Yeah,
it's really
been a trip.
What was the decision? What made you make the decision to start this? There's two things that I can kind of point it to. One's kind of obvious. The other's kind of sad, but I don't want you to get sad. Reason number one is at my job I have to be Department of Transportation certified because I drive. And last year when I went for this physical, I was probably somewhere around 400, and the doctor, he did not want to pass me. He did not want to pass me at all. And I'm thinking, like, am I about to lose my job because this guy doesn't want to pass me? And he was like, I need to measure your neck. If it's bigger than, I don't remember the number, he said 17 inches or whatever. He's like, then I have to fail you because you're at risk for sleep apnea, and you shouldn't be driving on the road. You're at risk for not getting a good night's sleep, and you could cause accidents. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, I'm fine. I've been huge, but I've never felt like completely terrible to where I was like not able to walk around or get my daily activities done and stuff. So he gave me a year pass instead of the standard 2-year pass that everybody else gets. And then the following year was coming up, and I knew it was coming up, and I had done nothing but gain a little bit of weight even. And I'm like, this guy, if I go back to that physical and he sees that I've gained weight, he's going to fail me. He's going to say, you know what, I can't do it again. I've gained weight since then. He's going to fail me. So this was all somewhere around June. And I went on vacation. I was like, this is going to be my last big hoorah. I went on vacation. The East Coast. So there's Wawa's there if anybody knows about that. If you leave the East Coast, you miss Wawa, something fierce. So I came back and I immediately like got right on track and started dropping weight. And I think by the time my physical rolled around in June, I was already like 20 pounds down from the weight that I was at the physical the previous year. I had a different doctor, and even you could tell like at the weight I was at, she did not want to pass me either. So it's getting old that no matter what weight I get to, it's like, you know, you're still obese. You're gonna have to fix that. So yeah, but that was one of the driving factors. And then to go off on a completely different subject, the other one, and this is sad. My kid's to the age now where we're taking him to carnivals and stuff. He's having a good time. And I'm watching not necessarily, you know, kids on like little tiny roller coasters because I'm never going to fit on that. But I'm watching, you know, the rides that you can get on with your kids, and you see like parents and their kids on these rides together. And I'm like, in probably 2 or 3 years, my kid is going to be old enough to want to go on some of these rides. And I'm not going to fit on these rides. I'm not going to be able to get on these rides. And that, it turned my stomach like inside out. Like I didn't know how to feel about that. Like one day my kid is going to want to say, hey dad, let's go on this ride. And I'm going to have to say I can't because of how big I am. He's not going to understand. He's going to be sad because he can't go on a ride with his dad. He's going to have to go with some complete random stranger because I'm too big to go. And
That right there, that was like really gut wrenching. So that was another big like just driving force. That little story there, plus paired with the fact that like because of my job, I needed to get my weight under control. Like those are just two huge things that finally made me say, I need to do something about this. Right meow.
Right meow, huh?
Right meow.
All right. Well, definitely strong reasons to do it, especially with your son and everything like that. It definitely strong. Can I put up now? Is this the picture that you have holding your son? Is that one of your bigger ones?
If it's the one on the chair, absolutely. I was huge in that picture. I am nothing but gut in that picture.
Let's see. All right, nope, not that one.
That's kind of close though. Like I was back to work for about 2 months when that picture was taken. That was actually at his first birthday.
All right. Let's see. I do have the chair picture right there. Okay.
But yeah, that's all gut right there. That was probably somewhere around 400 pounds.
All right. So now, what brought you to first, what brought you to the keto diet, and then tell us what the keto diet is.
Well, that's kind of weird because I've always just done low calorie, and so is my wife. She's always done low calorie. Well, she wanted to try something different because she's tried so many different diets, and not all of them are going to work for everybody. You know, everybody's different. So she browses the internet, she browses Reddit, she does all this other fun stuff, and she finds this keto diet. And she actually started a week before me, and she quit bread and everything. And in the first week, she lost a significant amount. I think it was like 10 or 12 pounds. And I'm just like, I'm over here like in my first week, I think I might have dropped like 3. And I'm like, I need something drastic. I think I might need to try what you're trying. Even though I did not want to at first. Not at all. Because I just didn't even think it was possible to try to quit some of these things that I had on a daily basis, multiple times a day. There's no way I'm going to be able to quit that. But then I tried. Luckily, I have her right there making most of the food. Like, I know what I can and can't have when I'm out on my own now. Like, if I have to stop somewhere for work, I know what I can grab. But thank God that she makes it interesting. She makes some really neat stuff. Like I said, today for dinner, I just had broccoli and pork chops, but she breaded it with almond flour and something else in it. So it was almost like breaded pork chops, but it tasted amazing. So she finds these neat things. And then to go on about what keto is it's just a weird, it's almost like Atkins, but it's essentially like extremely low carb. You're supposed to keep yourself down to 20 grams or less per carbs per day while eating a high amount of fat. So things like butters and mayonnaise and all this other stuff that you would think is terrible, I'm actually supposed to have. So it's been working. Like I was going to do it for a few weeks just to drop a significant amount quickly so I could go into that physical for work and be okay for that. And I'm still riding that train because it's doing too good, and now I'm used to it, so I don't want to get off that train yet. So no reason to get off.
So you can literally have lobster dipped in butter every night and be fine?
Probably. A lot of meats are okay, but you still want to watch your calories. Like I said, like I'll have mayonnaise and butter and stuff. Like I sent you the picture today. I a lot of days at work, I'll get a Subway steak salad. I get steak, lettuce, a little bit of green pepper because there is carbs in green pepper, so you don't want too much green pepper. Lettuce, steak, shredded cheese. There's usually no carbs in cheese. Depends on what kind of cheese you get. And then for the dressing, I'll actually have them like squirt mayo in there, a bunch of mayo. And then just a pinch of that Southwest sauce. So most of my calories from that salad are coming from the mayonnaise. But it's working. Here I am, 111 pounds down the road, still trying to figure out how this is working because I don't know the physics and the how the body does what it does, but it's doing what it does. That right there, I recommend that. It's an amazing salad. It's amazing.
Now you told me that you had to try to keep under the 20 grams of 20 grams of carbs a day, or you fall out of ketosis. Do you know what ketosis is?
I do. If you asked me right now, I probably wouldn't be able to give you the definition. I mean, I know what it is. It's like it's where your body shifts. You normally burn. What is it? Fat, or you normally burn. Word diarrhea. You normally burn carbs for your energy, and when you switch your body into ketosis, when you starve yourself of carbs, essentially, your body switches, and you will start burning the fat instead. And that's why you have to keep eating the high fat, because that's where you're getting all your energy from. So that's why you do it that way. And yeah, there's no real set amount. You can easily slip yourself out of ketosis by eating too many carbs. And if you do, then you're just eating high fat, and that's not good. So you need to make, like, this particular diet that I'm on, you have to be in it to win it, or you can't be in it. You have to find a different diet that might work for you, because this is just one that's, if you slip yourself out of ketosis, then you're just eating bad. You don't think you are, but you're eating bad.
All right. So now you're able to eat steaks and chicken, of course, seafood, basically pretty much all the meats, because I don't think any of them are high in carbs. No,
I can't tell you how many nights I've had like 2 burgers just grilled on the oven with a piece of cheese melted over it, and then like a little spoonful of mayonnaise to like dip it in. That's the dinner a lot.
And of course, no bread, because no
bread. No bread.
Now, is even the quote unquote low carb stuff? Have you found that you can't eat like the because I gotta imagine the wraps still have more carbs than.
Yeah. There's almost a keto version of like everything if you know where to look for it. But if I were to go like somewhere to get fast food or something like McDonald's and get a wrap, I wouldn't be able to, because even wraps, like 20 grams of carbs is so low, that you really can't mess with it. You want to get your carbs from other places than 10 of your carbs being from a slice of bread. Like I could eat bread on this diet. I could eat 1 or 2 slices of bread per day. That would be it. Nothing else. So probably not good. But you want to be able to get, like, even broccoli. Broccoli is carbs. So I had my carbs from dinner came from the broccoli. So some days I'm well under 20. It depends on what I eat for the day. There's no rule that says you have to hit 20. There's just you just want to stay below 20.
All right. So what would your snacks normally consist of? Because most diets you could have like protein, peanuts, and stuff like that. But
This, like I said, my wife is awesome, and she finds all kinds of stuff. In fact, I've even saved a few wrappers here on my desk, just in case you ask this question.
Yeah.
So this guy right here, I'm not too sure how this is going to show up, but we're going to try. This here, literally, is like a Reese's cup almost. It's a Choco Right, the superior low net carb treat. 1 gram of carbs. 1. It's like 100 calories. 2, and I mean chocolate and peanut butter. You can kind of taste like a little bit of a texture difference in it, because it's not super like made of like the fatty chocolates and carb heavy stuff. But once you've starved yourself from all these good things for long enough, this becomes amazing. So I really like it. And then she subscribes to these neat things, called like Keto Crate and stuff, where every month they'll actually send you like a box full of goodies and stuff and new stuff. So you try new things. And there's actually, like, this guy here was a dark chocolate bar. Choco Perfection almond dark chocolate. It had 3 carbs in it, but I mean, when I can have 20 carbs, this was just a little snack, and it was awesome. It's 3 carbs, and I mean, when you look at the carbs on the back, this starts at 24, so you're like, 24 carbs, that can't be good. But the weird thing about keto is you subtract things. So like dietary fiber is 13 grams. You actually subtract that from the 13. It's 20 net carbs. So really it's just sugars and stuff that you're counting, but not sugar alcohols. Like there's some erythritol. There's 8 grams of erythritol, but that's a sugar alcohol. So you actually subtract that as well. So I'm subtracting 21 from the 24, and that's how you get the 3 grams of net carbs. Halo Top ice cream is amazing. Our shopping stores around here, Kroger, they sell that like crazy. Our freezer's full of Halo Top ice cream. It'll be like 300 calories for like the small, pint of it. The carbs is where you gotta look out, because you think 300 calories, I can eat this whole thing, but no, you don't want to do that, because it's like 20 carbs in the whole thing. But if I have some carbs to spare at the end of the day, I'll sit down here and like there's another. I'm a fan of Reese's, so there's a chocolate and peanut butter like Reese's cup kind that I have in there, and I'll eat like a quarter of that at a time. Last night I sat here and ate about a quarter of it. I'll probably eat another quarter of it tonight. It's gonna be super good.
So I need everybody to realize that he is eating massive amounts of ice cream and still losing 3 pounds a week.
That, and I sit my butt in front of my computer all day when I am not at work. Like I'm living the dream, right? I sit here, I eat ice cream occasionally, and I play WoW for multiple hours a day.
Now, on average, how many hours a day do you think usually you get on a game?
When I'm not at work, I'm on my computer. This is where I live, in this seat. I spend time with my kid. Like yesterday, I actually sat in my recliner over there. I sat in a different chair, and we busted out my PlayStation 2, and we played some ATV Off-Road Fury, and he had a blast with that, but I was still gaming.
Hey, I sat down with my sons, and we set up a network game of Minecraft yesterday, so...
There you go. There you go.
Now, your job is relatively active still, correct?
Yes, that I do have a lot of it to thank from that, especially during the summertime, because I sweat my butt off. And that's another thing that was scary about how much weight I was gaining, is that my job was just getting hard. I work for Lowe's Home Improvement, and I'm a delivery driver, so I do appliances all day, washers, dryers, refrigerators, stuff like that. And when I'm like taking something down the stairs, and I really was able, even climbing in and out of the truck, I was starting to get some severe joint pain, like in my knees, and like I could just feel things getting really bad. And luckily that's gone already. Like I'm still 328 pounds right now, and that's all gone, all the joint pain and stuff. So that's cool. It didn't take long for that to go away. So you do start seeing immediate results here and there in some aspects of your life. You just got to look for them and say, okay, this actually is easier for me now, and take those victories. We call them non-scale victories.
Now, it's a good thing. It's a good point you bring up, because I do want to bring this up. Because they're discussing in your general life. Have you noticed between your coworkers and people that you know a difference in reaction and how you interact with people, having lost 100 pounds already?
Yeah, people are definitely starting to notice at work, and everything's gotten easier. Like the job's definitely even gotten easier. I feel like I'm running circles around people sometimes. Even my attitude absolutely has changed. Like I can think back a couple months ago. My job makes me pretty irritable. Not gonna lie, that happens on a daily basis. But I think it was definitely worse before. And you can even tell if you like go say to like my YouTube channel and click back to like my day one keto video and watch it. Even if you go back before that, because I made videos on YouTube way back in the day, 7+ years ago when I met my wife, which is another story we'll get into eventually. Before that, because I made videos on video ever on YouTube. I'm going to try and recreate this real quick. Hi guys, I'm Fred, and I want to invite you to join me on my weight loss journey. And then, of course, it cut to my intro, and then eventually I come back on and I'm talking, and I'm like, oh my God. Snooze. But I mean, that's just one of the things sometimes that comes with the territory when you're that big. Sometimes you're antisocial. I thankfully now I just feel like I know how to talk in front of a camera because I've been doing it enough. But it used to be pretty terrible, and I can say that like losing weight does affect your attitude and can impact everything.
Very.
See, even Amanda said I looked miserable, and like I said, that's how we met. We met making weight loss videos on YouTube, and she used to tell me I need to smile more in my videos.
Well, hey, obviously it's worked out.
It's worked out.
All right. Now you're down, again, 110 pounds. I wanted to bring up some of this. Now, these are some of the photos that you shared with me right now. This is your 100 days of keto.
Yep, that was about 2 months ago now.
Yeah, that's a heck of a difference.
Is that about 2 months ago? Pretty close to it. Yeah.
All right.
Month and a half.
Let's see. Which one is this?
Look at that neck goodness I had going on there.
Now this is the photo with the 3X shirt.
Yes.
Look at those guns.
Yeah, what's funny is the one on the left, of course, is just one of the biggest pictures I have of me now. The one in the middle, I bought this shirt. Like, I'm going to be able to fit in this shirt one day. It's a 3X shirt. It's actually a towel-y t-shirt if you pay attention to Twitch at all. And I put it on. That was the day I got it. That was sometime in August, I want to say. And then, so I took it off like, yeah, this definitely doesn't fit yet. And I threw it into the bin next to me. And then I tried it again a couple days ago, and it's actually really good fitting now. The one that I'm in now is actually a 3X. So I would say I'm comfortably down to 3X now, which I spent a lot of time at 4 and 5X. So that's awesome. Get to buy all new clothes soon.
There's the good parts and there's the bad parts. So the great parts, because hey, you're finally down to that level, but you still gotta spend that money.
Especially for pants. Like, I bought a pair of jeans for work. They were like $60, and I already feel like they're too big. And I just bought them like a month ago. I want to go exchange them. Say, yeah, I didn't buy the right size. I've barely worn these things.
Yeah. Well, see, there. I don't know, the stains and the holes. They might.
Yeah, with the job that I do, they're pretty bad.
There's a job for anybody. There's a business for anybody that's into weight loss. A pants exchange program.
You know what? There probably is something like that if you look into it. Exchange, give away my bigger clothing instead of throwing it away. I'm sure there's something like that. I mean, you can just go drop it in a clothing box, honestly. But I want to pick up clothing. I want to pick up smaller clothing, too.
Yeah. There's got to be something out there.
Go to Goodwill and pop some tags.
All right. Now, is there anybody... I've had the chat in from Facebook here. Is there anybody that has any questions for Stompsy while we're doing this? Or is there anybody that wants to share their story? I'll share a little bit of mine.
Yes, let's hear about you. I'm anxious.
I'm actually... Let me put up a picture of me right now. I took this picture about 20 minutes ago, and I am currently 347 pounds. Don't mind the shoes in the corner. Like I said, I just took that picture 20 minutes ago, a little bit before we started the cast.
The area where you take your pictures is much cleaner than where I take mine. But I'm in a small apartment, and we have a tiny little kid, and I have no room for anything.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that. I've got 3 children, and they just tear around. Now, like I said, I'm 347 right now. I am actually on a bounce back about, I guess, has it been a year now? Yeah, I think it's probably been about a year now. I got hooked up with a program because a person I worked with was losing a ton of weight, and he actually got hooked up with a, have you heard of Phetermine?
No.
It's a appetite suppressant. So basically, he's able to use it, and like you were discussing before, just the low calorie diet. Mm-hmm. So I was probably running on 1,300 calories a day, and the Phetermine helps suppress the appetite and stuff like that. And I was doing pretty good. I was actually down to 280s.
You gain it back so fast when you stop.
Yeah, and I basically had a failing. I'm like, well, I had a craving, I ended up having it, and I'm like, no, I'm fine. And then the next day, oh, I'm fine. And then boom, gone.
It is a vicious cycle. Vicious.
And literally, I'm actually heavier now than I was before I started my last diet. Because last time I think I was up around 330, and then and it got down. I want to say it dropped a good 50 pounds, and I sprang back. I'm all the way up to 347, and like I said, I failed. I stopped. I gave myself a couple passes that shouldn't have, and I lost it.
It's you lose it so fast. Me and the wife, this is like our 18th diet in 7 years. And luckily this is the one that's working. And let's see. Rebecca says, I've done Phentermine stuff. It's no foolproof. You still got to be motivated. I love this idea. Wow, and losing weight is such a great combo. I know it is a great idea. It's kind of Wendell came to me with this idea, and we just figured let's try this and see how it works. And I honestly think it can work. And then we got Arrow coming in to say, thanks, Freddie and Amanda. I started keto diet, and as of today, I've lost 20 pounds in 2 weeks. Absolutely fantastic. Same words. My mother started as well when she saw it working, and she's lost 14 her first week. That is awesome. And what's crazy is I've had probably 5 or 6 people from my Facebook alone message me and ask me how to get started on it as well. It's spreading, and that's a huge reason why I make like my videos on YouTube and why we're gonna do this one monthly. Is like I just feel like I feel like my mind is finally in a good place, and like I'm not trying to make this sound like I got a big head or anything, but I just feel like I have so much motivation right now that I can actually share it. Like I want to just try and infect everybody, not necessarily with my diet because it might not work for everybody, but I mean, in all honesty, it's just that low calorie deficit. As long as you're doing that, you should see results over time. And I'm just like, I just want to infect everybody with this attitude. And like I said, if we are able to get at least one person to start and drop some weight, then it's all worth it. And we've already done that. So absolutely, this is awesome.
Well, sorry, trying to do a couple things at once. And I'll personally admit that this came about for incredibly selfish reasons because I wanted a reason to do this. I started this, and I went to Stompsy because I just want to do something on my own. I was just going to do it, not even associated with Grievance. I just want to start doing something, and hopefully to keep me motivated, something to keep. If I have an audience just interested in how I'm doing, and maybe I can help keep me going. That
is absolutely the way it works. Like that is why 7 years ago I created my YouTube account and started losing weight, because the more people that you have following you, the more of a support group you have, the more motivated you are every week or every month or however often you give updates. You want to be able to come back to these people and say, I did really well. And that's not to say you should ever do bad, because we're here to support each other if you have a good week or a bad week. But the support is the best thing you can do. Surround yourself with good people. You shouldn't have to do it by yourself. It's way too hard. It's way too hard to stay focused.
It is. So, yeah, that's the whole thing. And then, I mean, Stompsy, because he is a gamer. You see how much he's in WoW. And he thought this would be a great idea for Grievance, and it is. It is. I mean, there's so many people in Grievance that have had these struggles or are having these. So, this is why we're here.
Yep, this is good. So, for me to ask you a question.
Okay, go shoot.
I mean, I know you've told me already earlier that you were overweight pretty much your whole life. Can you like trace that back to like any sort of reason, like in your childhood? Were you the kid that stayed inside and read books all day instead of went out and played, or what do you think put your weight on?
Unhealthy eating. It really is, and my family as a whole, we were all larger.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we all ate. You know, and I definitely don't blame my parents. No, they're wonderful parents. It's how it was. And vicious sweet tooth. And honestly, I think I might also be a depression eater.
That's where I get another 80 of my pounds or so. I have tons of stories. Like the show will go way over an hour if I had my way.
Well, we'll cut you off. We are going to cut off in an hour, so you'll have to tune in next time to get more of those stories.
But yeah, I'm the same way. Well, my family, not necessarily big. Like, I think my dad's somewhere around 200. My mom, when she was around, somewhere around 180, 200. My brother's a lot smaller than me. I think I was just destined from the start to be a big kid because my mom kept me in sports. I played like a little league soccer for 3 years, little league basketball for 3 years. I wrestled in high school. But anytime I wasn't doing anything active, the weight just piled right back on. So it's almost as if I was destined to be huge.
Probably your food intake didn't change. You're active, high calorie intake, and then when you stopped.
That's exactly what it is. So, I mean, I've gone up and down. Like, I've had periods of life where I've lost 40 and then gained 70 and then lost 40. It's not good for your body, and I'm overdoing that. And this is the longest diet I've been on, so that's good. It means I'm actually sticking with this. But after high school, when there's no more sports and everything, like I just started to creep back up. I'm like 350 now, and I'm like, oh my god, this sucks. And then actually, again, don't be sad for me. I've already done my grieving. Today is November 7th, which unfortunately is the day 9 years ago that my mom passed away. And that right there was like the single most tragic event I could have ever gone through. And after that point, I gave up on life. I actually thought I was done. I quit my job. I was living off life insurance money. I was alone. I was single, which, again, don't ever lose weight because you're single, because you usually put it back on. Do it for the right reasons. But when she passed, I shot. That's when I shot way up past 400, even farther. Like I thought that was it for me. I'm just going to go ahead and just eat until I am done. And then I kind of had an awakening one day and decided to change everything. So that's when I made my one YouTube video, and I'm like, hey guys, this is Fred, and I want you to join me. Yeah. But then I was only making update videos like once every 2 or 3 weeks. And by video 6 or 7, all of a sudden I'm getting these comments from this cute chick. And so I go to her page, and I'm like, I'm cheering her on as she's losing weight. And we just start cheering each other on as we're dropping all these pounds. And next thing I know, we start messaging each other on YouTube, and then we start messaging each other on Yahoo. And it actually went really quick. Next thing you know, I'm leaving my life in New Jersey and moving to Michigan, and we've been together ever since. We're married with a child now, so it's really, really cool story that we met on a weight loss. On YouTube is not a weight loss site, but we met on YouTube doing weight loss stuff, got together, happily ever after kind of stuff. However, the both of us had problems with weight, which is why we were making videos on YouTube to begin with. When we got comfortable, we both got to the biggest we had ever been. So you got it now. That's why I feel like we're finally on that right path, because we're together now. We're not losing weight because we're single or alone. We're actually doing it now to get healthy. We got a kid to think about, and you want to be there for them. And again, like I have already told the story about, why I want to get weight off finally. And so that's my story of ups and downs. So I got that story out real quick before our hour was up.
Hey, it works. Now, do you just drink water, or are there the other safe drinks to have?
I have not tackled my drinking addictions yet.
Okay.
On keto, ideally, you want to drink lots of water. You want to drink stuff to keep your electrolytes up. So like even a lot of like sugar-free like Powerades and Gatorades. Me personally, I actually take like a potassium supplement and stuff to get my electrolytes. So and then I have a daily multivitamin Men's Health that I take, and I unfortunately still drink way too much Diet Coke. That might be what's in this cup right now. It's 0 calorie and it's 0 carb, so leave me alone. I love Diet Coke, okay? Yeah, Arrow's correct. You can drink tea, of course. You can't really sweeten it with the real sweeteners, but you can use certain ones. Honestly, I don't even know. Amanda probably knows. Arrow probably knows at this point. She seems to like tea. I see Amanda over there in chat wiggling her eyebrows when I said cute chick. For those of you that don't know, Amanda would be Belzy in Guild. She is my wife. And help me out here and say something in chat. What's your total that you're down so far? I think it's over 60. I don't know what your total is. It might be closer to 65. Now, her story, we'll talk to her at some point on this as well, because hers is a little bit more interesting, believe it or not, because my job is completely active. Like, I'm up walking around all day doing heavy lifting. She works from home taking phone calls. Hey, you shush. She takes phone calls, and she's down 65, and that's with like almost no activity.
That's actually one thing I was curious about, because unfortunately that's another reason I'm up so high now as well. Is I spent the last 8 years sitting behind a desk.
Yeah, and it's bad.
It is. It has not done me any good at all. So, all right. So we'll have to talk to her, because I really want to find out what she's been doing. Now,
don't mind the kid. He sometimes needs to be calmed.
It's all right. My wife actually watches a baby during the day, and literally she can step out the door to go to take my sons to the bus stop and come back, and the entire time he is screaming his head off. It's like, I'll hold him, I'll try to get him interested, I'll try to play with him, just screaming his head off. Yep, Belly says 65.
Awesome. You say hi, guys?
Yep.
No, he was waving.
Yep.
You want to say bye? Say bye to these guys?
Bye, guys.
There you go.
Bye-bye.
Good job. Yeah, it's a blast. And, like, that right there is, like, the culmination of, like, my weight loss story. Granted, I gained it all back and had to start over again, but he's here because I decided at one point in my life to drop some weight. Of course, I gained it back, and now I got to do it again. But I've not been below. In fact, right now I'm at 328. When I met her, my lowest was 314. So I'm 14 pounds away from being the lowest that I've been since knowing her. So after that is going to be like all new territory for her. And of course, I'm 28 pounds away now from cracking under 300, which I haven't done since 2001. So that's super exciting stuff. So probably not by episode 2 of Wait For Me, but episode 3, 2 months down the road, I might actually do a backflip on camera. Because I'll be super excited.
And we'll record that for posterity, definitely.
Put a delay on it, that way in case if something horrible happens, we can end it.
The swear, gotta get the swear button out.
Oh, hi, Liz. Liz says, I'm so proud of you and Amanda. You guys are doing great. Miss you guys. Liz actually worked with me and Amanda when we worked at a call center, not from home, because we've done this call center stuff before. She has one of those lovely genes that says, I'm going to go ahead and just sit here all day and work at a computer for 8 hours a day. Actually, it was 10 hours a day. I'm not going to gain any weight. She was one of those blessed individuals that
is not us.
But it's good to hear from you, Liz. It's been a very long time. Hi. Hope everything is well with you.
All right. Let's see. We've got about 10 to 15 minutes left. All right.
Isn't it crazy how time flies when we're doing these shows?
It is. And it really disappears like you won't believe. So, a couple of things to go over. One, everybody's body is different. One diet will work for one person, won't work for the other. So as we talk about these, please understand this, like keto might not work for you, but something else might. So please bear that in mind. Two, for the grievance members, if you look under grievance GWorks Media, you'll find a subforum there called Wait For Me. That is an area to talk about your stories, ask questions, find out information, and share and corroborate on this journey. Now I'm going to take us off. I actually put the background up here as something rather amusing. I'll put it on the Shire. I was trying to come up with a background for this episode, and I couldn't think of a better journey. Something gaming, something geeky. It's a journey. It's Lord of the Rings. It's an epic journey, and I couldn't think of a better map than the start of it, of the Shire. I mean, just maybe a little cute, maybe a little. Okay, Frodo.
But what about second breakfast?
Exactly. Yes, the hobbits. I hadn't even thought about the hobbits.
I didn't put that on straight at all. There's actually a funny story behind this wig.
Yeah.
I bought it because I couldn't tell you how many times I've been streamed. There's the correct way, by the way.
Okay.
I can't tell you how many times I've been streaming on like my channel, and somebody will come in there and be like, "Dude, you look like Danny McBride." And once or twice it was kind of funny, but then it started happening almost every day. And like if I had $1 for every time I've heard it now, I'd probably have about $100. So I bought this wig that way. Anytime I heard it, I could put it on. So luckily, it kind of fit the Hobbit thing. Maybe I kind of looked like Frodo. Actually, my name in like EverQuest and a couple other games was always Fredo, which was kind of a play on that. So,
oh, that's better because I would have been like the Godfather, Fredo.
Totally killed my hairdo.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
Oh no, can't go anywhere now.
All right. So this is the journey I'm starting. I'm actually starting today, at 3:47. You're already 111 pounds down, so we're on our way. Are you guys
Absolutely.
Gonna start? Are you guys going to join us?
You know, we will. We will catch attention. This will catch fire. We will get, especially, once it gets re-uploaded to YouTube and people that weren't able to catch it live have a chance to check it out. It'll catch fire. And we have people that have already started, like people like Erwin. She started. Her mom has started. We have my wife who's doing it with me. We now have you. That right there is enough people to keep this thing going. We don't need everybody in the world to do it. It would be good as many people as possible. Please join in. But like I said, if we make a difference in even one person's life, then why not? Let's make 47 of these episodes. Let's do it every month.
Sounds good to me.
I wish we had a little bit more to talk about to do it a little bit more than that, but unfortunately, this is probably the episode we'll have the most to talk about because we went into our backstories and stuff, which episodes down the road, we're having already told those stories. It's going to be a little bit hard to find stuff to talk about. We'll probably have to retell it. Maybe we'll have different people on the channel.
We might have different people on the channel, but like I said, I kind of hope, I'd like to see, down the road, get Amanda in, get Belzy in there. I'd also like to try to get, I don't know, maybe it's, I don't know if we want to talk to some professionals or not. That's up to you. And I really want to talk to the people in the audience. So I promise you by next episode, I'm going to have a little phone number at the top. So I'll have a little phone number up there. So during the show, you guys will be able to call. I know how to do it. I didn't have enough time to get it set up.
We needed an introductory episode anyway, right? I guess.
Exactly. I kind of played it off. You have to bear in mind, this idea is about a week and a half old. And I had a lot of stuff going on already during that week and a half. So, well, actually, it's not even a week and a half. It was, what, a week?
Yeah, and I mean, with the extra live stream being a couple of days ago, it really did feel like we were jumping right into this.
Yeah.
And then I even have my order hall stream in 2 more days, so there's a lot on the plate right now. But for anyone that doesn't know, Grievance as a whole was streaming 2 days ago. We did a 24-hour stream for the Extra Life charity, and we actually had a goal of $1,000, which we hit towards the end of the 24 hours. We actually, I think, did a little bit more than that. But that's just 10:38. It's just so awesome. I did a 2-hour block in that. It was somewhere like, I think, what was it, 10 a.m. to noon. So it was really awesome to actually take part in that kind of stuff and like be a part of, something that actually raised that much money for such a good cause. So I can't wait for that next year already. And it's awesome. I preach this guild everywhere I go. Like, it's more than just my WoW guild. I preach it everywhere.
It's a family. I've been going to the get-togethers every year for the last 5 years, and it really is. And when you go to the get-togethers, it is a family experience. You get to meet these people that you've been talking to, that you've been gaming with every year, in person, either for the first time or meeting them again. And it is a party, and it is fun, and it is. We don't even sit around and play games. Well, we do, but, like Cards Against Humanity.
Right. Amanda says, I'm so excited for the next get-together. I know, we're waiting. I know they're having a little bit of a harder time figuring out where it's going to be this year, but as of right now, we have every intention of going.
Well, I plan on being there, so in person.
In person. Maybe we can do an episode from the get-together. That would be awesome.
Oh, that would be totally awesome, but we'll see how it works out. All right, so just a few minutes left. I just want to float this idea for everybody. I thought up the idea of, I don't know if you guys want to, of creating a spreadsheet so everybody can see the weekly progress for everybody, and if the audience wanted to participate, is that something you'd want to do, Stompsy?
Yeah, I mean, I know some people. Hold on, my kid seems to be throwing a fit right now.
It's all right. Uh-oh.
I knew it would come eventually, and it's mainly just him wanting to be heard. Yeah, I mean, spreadsheets can work. Not everyone will be into it for weight reasons, Some people might want to do measurements, but just like, even if the spreadsheet's saying, how long you've been, on your journey or what you've been doing or measurements, weight, anything. Like, we'll put a lot of thought into it and get it laid out the right way. Because, yeah.
Are you frozen?
I am having some computer issues right now.
Okay. All right, because you've got this awesome. I don't know if you can see me or you can see yourself, but you've got this awesome lean with the thinking pose.
Yeah, as long as you can hear me, you're good.
Okay.
I don't know if I had a game open, and I don't know if there was a memory leak or something, but it started running really slowly. So I tried to Alt F4, and that's when I got that awesome Freddie G lean happening there, or the Stompsy lean. So yeah, it still actually hasn't closed. So maybe I'll end up popping back on there eventually.
All right. Well, but like I said, it was just it's an idea, just something to kind of build community and build and boost each other up. And actually, I didn't get a chance to talk about any of your. We've got a few minutes left. Have you had any breakdowns? Like, have you had any? Like in your last this 111 pound stint, have you had any have you fallen off the wagon? I guess I could say.
No, if at any point you stop hearing me because my computer's doing some weird stuff right now. It's actually crazy because usually on every other diet I've ever been on, I feel like I need to cheat. Like I need to cheat like once a week or something, and then you end up just trying to fight back from that for like 2 or 3 days. This particular diet we're on right now, because when you knock yourself out of ketosis, it could take you a good couple of days to get back into it. So we don't really want to cheat. We've done it twice in 20 weeks or so. That's it, just 2 times. I don't know how that's happened, because that's just that's beyond me. I just don't even know. But that one cheat and then that second cheat, like I feel like it took so long to pick myself back up from it that it just, to me now, it just doesn't feel worth it. And we have certain things on this diet, like I said, like the Halo Top ice creams and these little chocolate bars and stuff, and it just makes me like I don't need these big cheats. In fact, I don't even think we're cheating for Thanksgiving. I think we're making a lot of like. Am I freezing yet?
Yeah, your audio is
because it's so weird. I'm controller.
I think.
Wow, this would happen now.
Yeah, I think we're finally losing you.
That's so random.
They didn't want you to talk about Thanksgiving.
No, yeah, I'm getting like these random, like, this page is unresponsive things, and yeah, I'm trying to get my camera back, and I don't think that's going to happen. But as long as you can hear me, we can end like this, because that is an awesome lean.
Yes, it is. It is an amazing lean. It is the most amazing lean.
That's still nothing, huh?
No, it's just you on your gangster lean there, on your Freddie G lean. Let's see if I go like. There we go.
You know, I feel like I have everything back. So what if I end it real quick and call you back, and then we finish out this next 2 or 3 minutes?
You want to try to do a callback real quick?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. All right. Hey, you're live again.
There we go. Are you sure? Yeah, that was weird. Remind me next time when we do this to just close everything else out on my computer except for Skype. I think because I had the dashboard for the stream up over here, and I still had WoW up on this monitor, I think eventually my computers started to not agree. But yeah, and it really kind of threw my mind off trying to answer this whole question about the cheat meals and everything as I'm like trying to fix it. But yeah, some people need that cheat, so it's not wrong if you do. If you eat good for 6 days and then you have one cheat day, it's not the end of the world. Look at it this way. You ate good for 6 days. You did everything right for 6 days, and then you did bad one day. That's still 6 days. You could have easily done bad all of those days. Mm-hmm. So you just got to stay focused on the end prize. And it's a journey. I'm not there yet. I'm not an expert. I still weigh over 300 pounds, which is still more than most people I know. So, I mean, it's a great feat that I've already come from 440, but I am nowhere near done. We have a long way to go. So even I need this show. I need my YouTube videos every week. I need this big support group to just keep going forward.
All right. Now, real quick before we go, you're talking about Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. What was your plan for Thanksgiving?
Well, turkey is actually good. Turkey's fine.
Yeah.
But again, this all comes from my wife looking up these recipes, and we do Thanksgiving a lot at her brother's house, my brother-in-law, mm-hmm. and his significant other, who I think was actually watching a stream for a while. I don't know if she's still here or not anymore because I had to close it out. She's actually on her own diet as well, and she's doing really well as well. So I think that the plan is to make, whatever foods for the people that want to eat it, because there's lots of kids involved and people that don't want to diet, but then there's going to be like the three of us that do. So I think between the two ladies, they're going to probably have something good planned for us. And I'll be able to let you know a little bit more about it on the next show after it's passed. As of right now, I don't know what the plan is, but I'm sure it'll be good.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and end it here. I want to say if you guys have any ideas, suggestions, recommendations, if you'd like to see something or if you'd like to hear us talk about something, let us know. Send us a message, send us a chat, you can leave us a comment. However, let us know what you want to hear. Let us know what you want to see. If you'd like us to try to get a hold of somebody, let us know.
Wow, that was very nice of Mercia. She posted our link. We're just about done, but you can go back and watch it.
Yes. Yes.
You can go back and watch it.
Yes, you can. Please do. Watch us many times.
I'm so mad I don't have the lean thing just going on permanently anymore.
I know.
But at least it wasn't like...
I will say that it like froze at the perfect spot because it was a really good. It was a really good, like, you know, if you weren't talking, it almost looked like you were paying attention.
You know, maybe I planned it that way so I could take a break or something with my wireless headset. You didn't even know I wasn't here.
There you go.
I went out for a jog.
Yes. All right, Stompsy, where can they find your shows? Because you put up a video weekly. Where can people watch them? My everything. I'm known to Grievance as Stompsy, but before there was Stompsy, there was Freddie G, which, surprise, that's me. I'm Freddie. My last name starts with G, so that's where you get the Freddie G from. And then 275 is actually it's weight related. There's weight significance to that. But my username and just the way that I've always been known is Freddie G 275, and that's Freddie with an IE. But a lot of people in Grievance they visited my stream, so a lot of them know. A lot of them have been to. I've promoted it, a lot of them know. But FREDDIEG 275. Every Sunday I do another weight loss video, so there is one from yesterday. And other than that, I'm on the Grievance Twitch every other Wednesday doing the Order Hall show, which I got a show coming up on Wednesday that I got to prepare for. So there's lots of Stompsy in our future. I can't say we're wrong. I can't say there's anything wrong with that. All right.
No, it's been a lot of fun.
Proof positive. You can play video games all day and lose weight. Right there. Proof positive. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. Again, check out the forums, share your stories, ask questions, do whatever. If you have any requests, any suggestions, let us know. And we'll see you next episode.
Take it easy, guys. Have a good one. Journey with us.
Join the journey. Damn the man. Join the journey. Damn the man.